It's Assata Israel with another daily docey dose. So I was just thinking, just woke up. Well, this is on my mind. Like, people truly don't miss you until you're gone. Like, some do. Like, don't be wrong. Some are genuine, but it's just a lot of people that would rather misuse you than to misuse you and talk about you and degrade you, and then the moment they need something, they want to use you. And it's like, when you say no, that's when they true colors really show out. Because even though they true colors been showing, that's when you can see the darkness clearly. You can see them transform into someone that you never even realized, you never even seen before. And it's like, I was just thinking of that song "Alone" by Rod Wave. Like, it's just like that song Monica made, "Until It's Gone." Like, people don't people don't be realizing that they be so stuck in their ego. Then when you switch it up on them, then that's when they want to get hurt and act hurt until they can use you again, or until they can benefit from you again. And that that's not cool. Like, you deserve better. Like, if you listening to this, you deserve better than for someone to treat you like you less than, treat you like you nothing. You don't gotta please those people. They can't even see you. Like, I wrote a poem about this a while ago, and what stood out specifically to me is, you couldn't feel me, and you couldn't feel my presence with you, but you gonna feel my absence without you. And it's like, that's how you have to treat people. You have to set that boundary and let it stick no matter what. If they not adding value to you and sending that love and energy to you, if they only sending hate to you, cut them motherfuckers off. I don't care who it is. Because at some point, you have to. Because your peace of mind is way more important than someone else's feelings. Like, I had a lot of people say that, but it's another thing to feel that. And it's like, that's something I've been really realizing lately. Like, I've been having a hard time sleeping. Like, man, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, honestly and truly. But I don't like this shit at all. Like, it's not that I don't want to go to sleep. It's that, how can you get sleep if you keep waking up? Or it's a thousand things running through your mind. And I learned, like, that is a lot of unsettled feelings and thoughts from you and other people, or like things that's sitting on your heart that you haven't addressed yet. And it's like, you have to release that. And if that, like, you have to set those boundaries, because it's only one you, and this world needs you. Like, no one can do what you do. No one can be you. No one can fulfill your calling. You were called to do it. And it's like, nobody else see or know what it is that you were called to do, what it is that you envision. And that's okay. But because you see it, make it happen. Apply the pressure, all acceleration, no brakes. And you make that shit happen. Even if it means doing something that you're not used to doing. Like, I'm not saying do something that you know that isn't for you. I'm saying, like, if it calls you to step out your comfort zone and take a leap of faith with God, then you do it. But don't sell your soul to no devil. And when people talk about selling your soul, they talk about the Illuminati and all of that crap and this, that, and the third. They don't know that the Illuminati is the dollar bill. Like, when they say the money is the root to all evilness, that's what they talking about. That dollar bill, the Illuminati made the dollar bill. Look at the images that's on it. That's the Illuminati. And it's like, nobody physically, well, I can't speak for everybody. I cannot. But in the terms of selling your soul, we as people, because I'm including myself, because in the past, definitely did. We as people make decisions based on impulses, based on the flesh. And it's like, it's all a lesson within itself, but when will you learn the lesson? When will you elevate your understanding so that you don't keep making that same decision again? Like, if you make a decision that you know you don't like, and your stomach start hurting like hell, or it's like you become mentally confused, you become like, until like it's like a cloud coming over your thoughts and a rain cloud over your head, then maybe it's something that you shouldn't be doing. Like, cause like nothing of value to you should have you depressed or with anxiety. Like, yeah, those feelings are normal, but to a certain point, it becomes abnormal to the point where you gotta cope. You gotta find a way to cope. You gotta suppress your feelings. You gotta dip and dabble with, I'm gonna say, emotional enhancers, cause weed, liquor, whatever you want to call it, like all of that stuff, like, cause I'm not gonna call I'm not gonna call it drugs. I'm not gonna call weed a drug anymore. I'm not finna give that system more power than it already has. Like, weed is not a drug, it's a plant. They name that stuff like that so that they can scare us into going against what we believe, what we know in our hearts, and follow their will. And it's like, that's also selling your soul when you allow other people to define who you are and what you want. Like, defining what it is that you were called to do. Like, can't nobody tell you what you were called to do. Can't nobody tell you what your purpose is. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Like, not even me. I don't know your purpose. I don't know your calling. God, you and God know. That's a plan that you literally have to write with God. Like, you gotta talk to God. You gotta sense. You gotta use your senses. And I'm not, like, people be talking about common sense, which is cool, but what your common sense is, your nose, your ears, your mouth, your eyes, and your body, your hands, your sense of feeling. And all of that contribute to your sense of knowing. That's your sixth sense. And we as people have to realize with our real eyes the real lies, and be able to become aware of the the primal in us, because like we are mammals first. Like, no matter, yes, we are human, we are in a human vessel, but we are mammals. That is why a lot of people eat meat like carnivores, and it's people that eat like omnivores. It's people that eat like herbivores. It's like we live in the animal kingdom within ourselves, like within our habitats. Because we look at the men as the king of the castle, the women as the queen that maintains the order, that does the hunting for the king that protects the household. Like, it's levels to this shit. Like, ain't necessarily exactly the scenario that I gave, but use your imagination. You only got one brain with two sides. One side for logical thinking and the other side for creativity. You have to be willing to take a step back and utilize what you know and what you feel. You gotta tap into your senses. Like, that's how you can pay attention and see things for what they are, because people gonna use you, people gonna abuse you if you allow them to. Like, you can keep blaming other people for that, but eventually you gotta realize that every toxic person has an enabler. Like, I just finished watching P Valley, and that last episode made me so fucking mad, bro. Like, I wanted to come through that screen and choke the living daylight out that white man for what he did. And like, that really pissed me off. But it's like, that's how life happens. You enable that toxicity into your life. You didn't set the boundaries, and it got you. Like, it could all be so easy, but we choose to make it hard. And it don't have to be, honestly and truly. Like, life is so simple, but we choose to make it complex. I'm finna get back into my poetry for real, cause everything that I've been saying, I literally wrote into poems, and I was just going through my stuff the other day, and I came across my folder of my book, and I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna put all the pain and suffering that I felt, that I've seen, that I hear, that I taste, that I smell, all the pain that I know about. I'm gonna pour it into those pages, because like, we don't know what we don't know, and it all comes from perspective. And we have to be willing to shift our perspective and see life for what it is, not for what we want it to be. And it all comes with someone or something helping us break through what we haven't seen clearly. And it's like, that's something I've been really taking the time to understand. Like, you can force yourself out of a situation that doesn't serve you, but until you face the reality of that situation, then you're gonna repeat it. And it's like, nah, you have to handle that shit accordingly. You can't treat people I'm gonna say you can't treat people how you want to be treated. Yes, you always treat people how you want to be treated. And in saying that, like, if you, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just say it how I know it to be. Like, when I say treat others the way you want to be treated, like, if you keep it real with everybody and you say what you feel and all of that, you need people around you that do that same thing. You need people around you that gives you criticism, constructive criticism, and that helps you elevate. That literally helps you elevate. That's why I said in one of my other videos, like, I don't believe that a person will be able to sincerely live in the middle of the ocean and not be around anybody, anything. And it's like that, to me, that's really unhealthy, because it's like, how would you grow and elevate your consciousness in a way that is of value to the people around you? Because like, even when you not around people, you still a guide to people that you encounter, to entities or things that you encounter. And it's like, if you're miserable with other people, that means you're miserable alone. And it's just that simple. Hurt people, but also healed people heal people. And we have to, like I said before, we have to open our eyes and realize with our real eyes the real lives, and do better, because we deserve better. Can't let nobody treat you like you nothing. You are something. Like Shaq said with his quote, he said, if a nobody can turn into a somebody. He said nobody can turn into a somebody. And goes on. It's deep. I love the quote, but I can't even think of it. My mind is so fucking cloudy right now. I have a headache. I'm finna end this video. Peace and love.